Om Shanti, everyone. Yes, everyone feeling good, happy. Mm, yes, clapping. I can see everyone laughing. Beautiful. Yeah, generous heart, compassionate heart. These both qualities are connected with the heart, right? And when heart is generous, then the feelings, I think brain also feels good, right? Is relaxed. Because generally we like to do as much other one does to me, right? If you give, I will give. If you smile, I will smile. And generosity is always that whatever you give, I still give more. Mm. Generally, no, in Lokic world or even a human nature is this one gave this much, so I give the return of that. Someone sent a very nice note that we should give souls what they need, not what they want. Because I said we should give what they want. So if someone wants water and I'm offering beverages and milk and no, please give me water first, right? Because that's what I want. So you give water and after that they say, okay, what else you offer? I will see if I can accept. So same is spiritually also. You try to give what you want to give. Or even like because you have more experience, you know this soul needs that. But first you have to really fulfill of what that soul want. Someone comes and want to experience peace. And I start talking about happiness and joy and super sensitive joy doesn't go into that soul, right? Because first you have to give what that soul want, and then you give what that soul needs. Like then you know maybe which virtue can help. So for me, I feel that first, whatever any soul want, we have to fulfill. I feel that is also generosity. Like these days when souls come, they want to tell you everything, why they are here, their story, their needs, and their circumstances. But if you start giving, it doesn't go in. You listen to them and then you feel what they need, from where to begin giving them knowledge, how much they will be able to take. So I know that sometimes listening and knowing, want to know what people need takes little more patience. But that patience is important, right? Someone really just want to experience God's love. And I say, no, God gives knowledge. It's only when you listen knowledge, you will feel love. But if they go in Baba's room or they sit with us and they feel the vibrations of love from us, when we think of how much we get from Baba, Baba is so generous with us. He makes us, keeps us full. He gives us everything soul wants and soul needs both. Because first you have to begin with what I want, right? And then you think that I need something different, then I will accept that also if I am ready for that. Even for doing, I remember in London that Janki was with us. So everyone had different bhavna. So there was an old mother, she used to bring 2 gallons of milk every time she comes. So sometimes we have a lot of milk. So this other sister said, Daddy, can I tell her to bring maybe juice or vegetables? Daddy said, no. If her bhavna is to bring milk, let her keep bringing milk. Then we make bhog, you can make cheese, you can use it in some way or other. But, and it's true because as soon as you say, mm, she won't like it and she will stop bringing milk also. So whether it is receiving or whether it is giving, we have to leave on, unless the soul is asking, okay, tell me what you all want. Tell me what is more useful. No, when they say it, they ask us, then it is all right. But otherwise, sometimes it could be not very uh, pleasant experience. So in generosity, I have to see how Baba gives me. Mhm. Every step in life, all the time, Baba gives us. Is Baba generous to you or no? How many of you think Baba is generous to you? Let me see hands. So he gives you more than you expect and ask, right? Mm. So what we have to do? As I receive, so I have to, same way, I have to deliver or I have to share with others. Because, looking at how Brahma Baba, of course, with Shiv Baba Srimad set up whole thing for yajna. Mm. When you go, then you get room, then you get tea, then you get food, you get everything, right? Mm. When we go to Madhuban, how we feel it's like our home. It's like our family, right? When you come, you get welcome. When you are going, you get gift totally all the time. So it's not something physical, right? It's coming from heart. Mm. When dadis always want all the children of Baba to have very beautiful time in Madhuban. Even sometimes I know that we want better accommodation, we want better rooms, but then there is limit because they can't have more construction. But we know that there is principle of generosity there. And that's what Baba taught everyone. You have heard the story of a brother who takes care of Toli department. So when we go, generally when we are leaving, we can take Toli for the students. So he will ask, how many students you have? Yeah, give me 50. And she might have maybe 10 students. So he knows that she has 10, but she has. So he went to Baba, Brahma Baba, and said to Brahma Baba, Baba, she always asks for more Toli. Should I give? Baba says, as much they ask, just give. Then it's their karmas, right? And what will she do, Toli? She will give to students, maybe she will share with the contact souls or wherever it is, Toli, no? So even Baba's Bhandara remain always uh, generous in giving, always. And then with double foreigners, I know when we were in Pandavavan, while returning to our rooms, we will have passed the Toli department, and everyone wants a piece of sweet. So they everyone is stopped there because in food it's not every day they serve sweet, and this brother will keep a whole container and give whatever one Toli to everyone. Mm. So generosity of heart is also, uh, whether we could be very, very generous in our words also. Very kind words, generously blessing souls. Means giving more than they expect, right? I remember one time one, brother, he had some store and it was robbed or something. So he called, and generally with me, I say few words and then I give sakash because I don't say lot. So I said few words and then I start giving sakash for his safety and his family's safety. But then he called other sister. Sister Mohini didn't even say enough of sympathy. Then other sister also knows that I, what I say, drama. Okay, it's happened. You will be all right. Baba is with you. At least you are safe. So I said. So the sister said, but you know that Sister Mohini will give you sakash lot, and that's why we all call her. But what I'm saying that even generosity in words sometimes. So then after that, many times it happens, people call, I said, okay, all the good wishes, Baba is with you, drama, you are okay, that's very good. Yeah. So some say, oh, it's really bad, it shouldn't have happened, why it happened, whole story. I am not a person really to get into how it happened, why it happened, how much loss was there. Once in a while, little bit I can, but I just say they tell Baba, and from Baba they get their protection, blessing, and they should be okay. But I'm just saying that generosity can also be generosity of good wishes, generosity of words, many different ways, right? Sharing from the heart, whatever we share. And we always have received so much from Baba within the family also, no, for each other. We are so generous. And from there, what we are going into being double non-violence. Baba talks of two types of violence. One is physical, whether it's lust, anger, or greed, any vice. But it's like kind of causing external sorrow or deceiving. So it's like externally causing violence to each other. But internally also, even just to have one thought for anyone, you won't have good luck. You won't be successful. It's not a blessing, right? This one will never be successful. You will see. So Didi Manmani will say, oh, you are God's goddess. No, you have to give blessing. Even if that person is not going to be successful, will become successful, right? So how non-violence conversation, uh, non-violence attitude, not hurt anyone's feeling because you are hurting yourself. Anything you do or anything you say which is not bringing happiness and peace, you are giving sorrow to your own self, right? Because you won't be happy. So how to use our purity, our love, our happiness, and use it in a very, very non-violent way. No force, no fear, anything. Baba and Mama, They sustained the yajna with lot of love. Just imagine there were 300 some souls, all came from home with different sanskars, different age groups, different background, and they lived together, right? Happily they shared, but there were always some who had difficulties internally. And when you have difficulty internally, you difficulty have outside too. Anything which is outside, it has appeared from inside. So if I take care from inside, outside habits will change naturally. So to be non-violent, that means Baba says that always give happiness to everyone. And recently we paid attention on not taking sorrow, not giving sorrow, because there is suffering, no, in sorrow. So don't give sorrow, but don't take sorrow also. Because when you are taking sorrow, it's a violence to your own self, right? Because why should I take sorrow? Yes, we do. Everyone goes through that. But at this stage, I can say, if someone says something, I shouldn't take it personally. That is what you have inside. You're saying it, but I am not that. So blaming someone, accusing someone, and this commonly happens in relationships, right? I mean, everyone makes small, big mistakes. So what Mama and Baba used to say, you have so many beautiful qualities, but just pay attention to this. Otherwise, there are two defects, 98 virtues, we cover everything. And that person is only with two defects. What about other 90 virtues? So if I really see a person, everything is beautiful. Yes, there are some, I call it more shortcomings, right? Or weak points or limits. Many times I find certain things I say, but I can only take care of this much. There is a limit, right? So I take help from someone, maybe you can help more. Limit to the tolerance we tolerate, and in certain things we find I cannot tolerate anymore. But at that time, it is just remember, Baba, be very, very careful. As I said, there's a lot of gap between everyone's heart is pure, loving, good wishes, and everyone wants to serve Yajna, do good actions, serve Yajna. But sometimes the words, the gap between heart and the action, there are words. And actually, there was one time a book on nonviolent communication. That words also, I compare the words with the sword and also scissor. It cuts relationships. You could have done so good for a person, but you say something, it breaks, it cuts because it hurts their heart, right? Hurts their feelings. So Dadi Janki always used to say, walk around with a needle and thread. So wherever you find somebody has used scissors to cut, you bend it with needle and the thread. Because there is a saying that this sword which hurts you, creates an injury in the body, can be healed easily than if heart is hurt. So we should have very, very feelings for each other that after all, uh, let's say everyone had been doing so much and you suddenly say something, it hurts, right? So that is one thing everyone has to be attentive. There is in this family no fear, no scolding, no loud speaking. Everything has to be. "Mm, yes, it happened, it happened. Uh, It could happen with anyone at any time, right? I always say. So nobody intentionally does anything wrong, right? Baba's all children are sensible. They care for Yagya. They have love for each other. Mm. But sometimes that sanskar emerges. Mm. So I feel that non-violence in conversation and also drishti sharing with lot of love. Always, always be smiling and cheerful so that other person feel like coming to you, right? But if I am not cheerful, people think whether I should go or not, talk or not, right? Just have a very, very open heart, big heart, clean heart. Mm. So we look tomorrow, pay attention, look at our chart, have deeper reflections on how to be the image of double non-violence because we are deities, we are divine. Every word we speak, our drishti should shower blessings. And that is what I will receive then too. What we give, we get to. So whatever I give, I get. But when I get, I say, oh, why, what's my fortune? I'm getting this. But don't forget that we give also. So receiving and giving has to be of love, of respect, and very, very much of sharing joy and happiness. Om Shanti.